We know that this is a great opportunity for both the NBL and for LaMelo, but we also know that it's not the right path for everyone necessarily. What the Next Stars program is aiming to do is give people an alternative pathway for those folks who don't necessarily fit the traditional mould of high school, college, NBA. Melo's still got some questions to answer in terms of scouts' minds as to whether or not he can play against fully grown, hardened professionals, and this is going to give him a real opportunity ahead of the draft to demonstrate that he can do exactly that. It's going to put him in the best possible position to be ready for his first game as a rookie in the NBA in 2020. Why wouldn't you want to come and play in the NBL in Australia if you had the opportunity? 7 months to come and spend an Australian summer, not too many games, so therefore not overly taxing on a young body getting ready to make that transition to professional basketball. English speaking, fantastic group of guys to coach you to get you to that next level, and a pretty good place to be. So this has been in the works now for near on a couple of months. We went and saw Melo work out in Los Angeles. We're really impressed by his discipline and his work ethic. Love his management team and the advice that they're giving him, and we just laid all our cards on the table and suggested that we should be an option worth his consideration for the coming season, and we're really pleased that he decided to take this path. We're looking forward to seeing some great things on court this season, but also doing everything we can with Melo off the court to make sure that he makes every poster winner, does everything he needs to do in order to give himself the very best chance of being a top draft pick in 2020. Can't wait for LaMelo to come out here and show us all what he's got, and I'm sure it's just going to be the start of some really big things to come for him in the future. He had a whole heap of alternatives laid out before him, and it's very flattering that he chose to come and pursue the NBL. I'm really looking forward to that first match when Illawarra play New Zealand and seeing RJ and LaMelo go head to head. That's going to be a barn burner. Really excited to see how the Hawks go this season. We're going to have a fantastic backcourt of two young guns with really contrasting games in Emmett Nah and LaMelo. And I think they're going to work each other out really well on that practice court every time they get out there. And then they're going to complement each other fantastically well on game day. So I can't wait to see them out there.
It's going to be huge for our club. You know, the history of our club's been well documented, and you know, we have a history of developing, you know, great young talent, and I see this as another chapter in the Hawks' journey of developing a young kid who's obviously got aspirations to do great things in this game, and to be a part of his journey. It's a huge asset for the club. It's going to be great for the region, and on a wider scale, great for the NBL. So, yeah, look, really looking forward to it. You know, it's not going to be without its challenges, of course, because as all our developing athletes, they're going to really find out what it is to play in what is now, you know, the second or third best league in the world. So, really looking forward to it, and can't wait for Melo to get into the gong and join the Hawks family. I think the exposure it's going to bring for a lot of our young guys, it's been very well publicised how young we are. Youth is, you know, we're not afraid of youth and developing it at our club, and those guys are all going to get their opportunity. You know, Melo, you mentioned Emmett Nah, you know, he's got a tremendous upside. So those two are certainly going to be bouncing off at each other at practice. We signed, you know, Sunday Deck, who's obviously, you know, pretty green when it comes to his NBL experience, so he's going to get opportunity. We've got Daniel Greeter at 20, Angus Glover's coming through as well, who, you know, at 20 years old made that emerging team, the emerging world team. So our practices are going to be very healthy, competitive, and look, we're going to really rip in, and our ethos here is to make them all better. Our ethos at the same time is to really rip in and compete in NBL games, and that's what we plan to do. You don't get predicted to go in the first round if you can't play, so we're really excited to see his versatility and what that brings to the NBL. You know, he can play multiple positions from the 1, the 2 to the 3 spot, so he's got great length. He seems to have a certain amount of swagger about him, and you need that, you know, you need some confidence to play at this level. And we hope that we put the plans in practice, really try and develop his skill set and build on what he's got, and you know, try and develop some of the weaknesses that he may have in his game to get him to the next level. We see that as our goal, and we're going to leave no stone unturned to help him do that.